I'm about to cut out the fabric for the Halloween pillows. And what I found looking here in Cricut design space is that I needed to look for a design like this one that had some different elements that you could contour. So if you look, this is, this is one part and that's the other part. And there's actually four other pieces of this that you could like add in. And so I'm not going to do, whoops, let me turn the right ones on here. There we go. So I'm just going to do those two. And what that's going to allow me to do is have one fabric be the background and one fabric be the foreground. And it'll all line up and match up just perfectly when I go ahead and iron it onto the pillow. And then I couldn't find a ghost that I just loved, so I kind of, it's not exactly perfect here. You can see that it doesn't line up as well because when you turn off the contour, so like for example with this one, if I head over and click on the contour button, it lets me then choose what things I don't want cut. And so I can turn all those off, which is how I got that background image. But just making the background image, which in this case is this one, larger, doesn't mean that it lines up the way that it should in terms of all the sizing. I tried unlocking the image here and dragging it to make it taller because like really the biggest issue is here, but that didn't work either. So I've just kind of settled on this. I think it's going to look really cute like this. It's a little bit different than like what you could see with the spider webs where you get the really nice differentiation like that we're going to get with the fabric. So it's a little bit different, but I still think it's going to work out really cute. Once you've designed your applique in the Cricut design space, you're going to want to cut out your piece of fabric about the size that you need. Of course, go a little bit larger than you need. And you're going to then attach it. You don't have to do this. You can just sew the applique on, but mine are a little intricate and I don't really want to sew them. So this is what's called Heat and Bond Light, and it will bond it with the iron versus me having to sew the applique on. So all I'm going to do is flip this over. I've cut the Heat and Bond to the exact same size as the fabric. I'm going to flip it over and just follow the directions on the package. It's just holding it to the fabric for 2 seconds and repeating that all the way across. And allow it to cool before you put it on the mat for the Cricut to cut out. All right, so I've got everything loaded in the Cricut and design space and it's ready to go. The one thing you want to make sure you do is select the type of fabric that you're using so that it knows the amount of pressure to use. And sometimes you'll find that you need to do more or less pressure, and you can do that here. And then of course it's telling me to load the rotary blade and we're all set to go. I just have to, it's loaded in the machine here and just hit the button. and then just let it cool before you put it on the mat for the Cricut to cook it, for the Cricut to cut it. Allow it to cool before you let the Cricut, put it on the mat for the Cricut to cook it. Oh my gosh.